probably one of the most important things I ever learned, and this is going to sound stupid, is to smile. And I know that sounds idiotic, but like, I don't know if you can tell what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to appear approachable and pleasant, right? I have to consciously think to do this because of my personality. I'm a technical guy. And when I'd start out, I'd be talking like this. You know, your face would be kind of neutral, and, you know, you would look kind of just neutral. You almost look bored, disinterested, not super friendly. I think when in my very early 20s or something, I didn't look people in the eyes, just for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, I just learned that one day. I can't remember where. But, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you look people in the eyes. Instead of like looking down as a default thing, talking like this in a kind of neutral way. You know, like a lot of IT people will kind of do this. They won't move. They'll kind of talk in a monotone. You know, they won't look at you. And as a result, you don't get like a very good first impression. You don't come across as very friendly, right? So for example, like you would learn, like, okay, you go to a meeting, you're meeting someone for the first time, like a job interview. You know, you go in and you be very warm and very friendly and say, hey, you know, how's it going? You know, they say, hey, take a seat. And you say, oh, you know, thank you. And they say, you know, thank you for coming. And you say, oh, well, thanks for having me. You know, I'm just glad to be here. I think this is very exciting. You know, something like that. And then if they've done something for you, I've talked about this before. If they've done something for you, like they've offered you a drink, like, here, have this drink that looks like something unpleasant. You know, you say, oh, you know, thank you. I really appreciate that. I had an experience recently where they didn't do this, and I was hoping that they would give me a drink. It's great that you guys are really tuned in, much more tuned in than they were. You know, something like some kind of compliment. You know, you're not just being obsequious and slimy. You're picking up on a thing that they've actually done for you, and then you're just telling them, I appreciate that. That's awesome. A lot of people don't do that, but you guys did. I just want you to know, I find that really helpful. And a lot of people will go like, oh, well, thank you very much. And all of a sudden they've got like a good feeling about you right at the beginning. They're like, oh, you know, I like this guy. So little things like that. I mean, you work on this stuff. If you're an introvert, if you're a technical person, a lot of this may not come naturally. It has to be taught to you. You know, like you're in preschool or something. The important thing is you learn it and you know to do this to people. Already you're elevating yourself above the crowd of people that don't do this. Because you're probably just about as qualified as they are, but they'll pick you over them because they like you more. They think, I want to work with that person. They don't get offended over stupid little things. They don't, like, it's never, the communication just clicks. There's not a lot of awkwardness, not a lot of tension. You kind of know how to diffuse that pretty quickly. Things like this, they help. So learn all you can about that stuff too, especially if you're getting interviews, but you're not getting an offer. Okay? Look at that stuff. Consider doing a mock interview with some career coach. I'm not a career coach, so it can't be me, but somebody else that does offer that kind of stuff. That can also help identify things that, you know, you should maybe be doing or not doing. Almk says, hello, sir. Excellent channel you have. Watching daily. I'm pretty extroverted, but even I have to force myself to pretend like I'm enjoying interviews. Yeah, you're not alone, Almk. It takes a real psychopath to really enjoy a good job interview every once in a while. They might just want to go for fun, right? And really enjoy that experience. You know, being kicked to the curb and feeling this tall, you know, maybe debating with the recruiter a little bit, you know, just to keep things fresh. Yeah, you're not alone in that. It's a hobby for psychopaths, basically. So if you're not really feeling it, then congratulations. It shows that you're normal. You know, it's not a lot of people that get up in the morning and they go, okay, you know what? You know what I feel like? I feel like talking to a complete idiot today. You know, I think that would really sort of realign my chi in the way that I was hoping for. That kind of thing. It's not often you get that, right?